Welcome to the deep dive. We cut through the noise to get you the insights you really need. Now imagine you're navigating global business, maybe facing those constant visa renewals, or, struggling to keep full ownership in a market that's just booming. What if there was, like, one strategic move to sort all that out? Well, today, that's exactly what we're unlocking, the Dubai Golden Visa. Our mission here is to really unpack what this long-term residency program is, who it's actually for, the benefits, which are pretty significant, and importantly, some tips for making the application process smoother. We've got sources that give a pretty comprehensive guide to this elite opportunity.
Yeah, and what's really interesting, I think, is that it's not just, getting a visa stamped in your passport. It's really about acquiring a strategic asset. That's how people should see it. For individuals looking to really live, invest, and properly integrate into this booming global hub, it's a key move, really.
That idea of a strategic asset that really resonates. So let's define it. What is the Dubai Golden Visa fundamentally? Okay, so it launched back in 2019. It's a long-term residence visa. We're talking 5 or 10 years, and it's renewable. But what makes it different? Well, first, no national sponsor needed. That's huge. You can sponsor your family, your spouse, kids, even domestic help, and maybe the biggest one for entrepreneurs, 100% ownership of your business in the UAE mainland. That's a massive shift.
Exactly, a massive shift. And that's why the UAE government set up these diverse eligibility routes. It's all designed to pull in top global talent and, of course, investment. So you've got investors, right? People putting AED 2 million, that's UAE dirhams or more, into property or UAE-based funds. Then there are entrepreneurs, usually owners of startups registered in the UAE or maybe projects with government approval. Innovative stuff. They're also looking hard for specialized talent. Think doctors, researchers, scientists, people with PhDs or high-impact research. Also, tech experts driving innovation. But it's not only for the established players. Outstanding students, 2 high achievers from UAE high schools or international unis based on GPA. And finally, there are skilled workers. You need to be earning at least AED 30,000 a month with a contract in priority fields. Think AI, health, education, that sort of thing.
Wow, okay. So they really are casting a wide net, but aiming high. And I guess that diversity in who can apply unlocks what people are calling this life-changing move. So beyond just being allowed to live there, what are the concrete benefits? Well, you mentioned long-term stability. That's huge, right? 5 or 10 years without worrying about annual renewals. Peace of mind. Then there's family security, being able to bring your spouse, your kids, and domestic staff easily. We touched on total ownership, full control of your business, a major draw. And apparently ease of travel too, like priority treatment at airports and government services.
That's part of the package. And the application process itself, while it's for an elite program, it's actually pretty straightforward if you tick the boxes. It's basically 4 steps. First, prepare your documentation. Passport copies, photos, proof of whatever makes you eligible assets, qualifications. Second, submit the application. You can do this online, typically via the ICA or the Dubai GDRFA websites. Third, wait for approval. The authorities review everything. And finally, receive your visa and your Emirates ID card. Simple enough on paper. But, and this is important, there are common mistakes. People misunderstanding eligibility, submitting incomplete documents, inconsistent financial records, also forgetting to renew on time, or, and this is a big one, using unverified agents who promise these things.
Yeah, that point about unverified agents sounds critical. Definitely something to watch out for. So, to avoid those traps and make it smoother, what are the expert tips from our sources? First, always double-check eligibility on the official UAE government portals. Don't just trust some random website. Keep your financial records crystal clear and consistent, especially for investors. Transparency is absolutely key. And, it might be worth considering professional help from a licensed consultant. Could save a lot of headaches.
Absolutely. And if we look at the bigger picture now, the impact is, well, it's already pretty huge. Get this, over 150,000 golden visas were issued just between 2019 and 2024. And in Dubai, applications jumped 25% year over year recently. The top applicants coming from places like India, Russia, the UK, Nigeria. But the fastest growing group, STEM graduates under 30. That tells you something.
Interesting. STEM grads under 30.
Yeah. Dr. Leila Khamis, an immigration analyst over there, she calls it a career accelerator for global talent. And Maha Haroon, a consultant specializing in these visas, he stresses that proper visa management is key for building a stable future there. Now, sure, some argue it mainly benefits the wealthy, and initially, maybe it did lean that way. But the program's also expanded, right, to include freelancers, coders. So they seem to be broadening its reach, like Dubai is actively trying to curate its future population.
Right, curating its future. So wrapping this up, what does it mean for you, the listener? The Dubai Golden Visa, it's clearly more than just a residency permit. It looks like a really strategic move for, high achievers, investors, skilled professionals,
Yeah.
anyone looking for long-term success and stability in what is definitely a future-focused economy.
Which leaves us with a pretty big question to think about, doesn't it? What does the evolution of programs like this one, this blend of economic incentives and long-term stability, what does it really suggest about the future of global talent migration? And maybe more importantly, how countries are going to compete for human capital in the decades ahead? Something to ponder.